Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pandamime. Today I'll be replacing Panda's OEM spoiler for a new fancy one. It's all carbon fiber and rally style and whatnot. I've been meaning to do this for a good few years now, and I decided to treat myself with this whole turbo build and everything. It cost me about €300 and I got it from Ricambi Italia, and it took about a week to arrive actually, so it was very fast as well. It's not 100% perfect. There are a few small imperfections, but nothing that will appear to be apparent to the naked eye. There's a few scratches here and there, but I don't think they're on the actual clear coat. I think it's underneath. So anyway, I'm going to get started on putting this bad boy on. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to show you how to take off the old one, the old spoiler, which is actually quite easy. So let's get to it. So to remove this spoiler, it's actually quite easy. There's two nuts holding it down and the rest of it is just double-sided tape that's in between this inseam. The two nuts can be found inside the cabin. So it's on the boot here. Two holes, well, two nuts. You remove the nuts and you pretty much just have to kind of pry off the double-sided glue, and literally that's it. Now I have gone ahead and removed the rear third brake light. It's not necessary to do that, but this is more so for attaching the rear spoiler, the carbon fiber spoiler. So I'm gonna see about how the fitment goes. Now FYI, I have no idea how this is all meant to go together. This is kind of guesswork. I do have I think Panda Barth Official on Instagram. Say thanks to him just because he kind of gave me an idea of how to connect this all up. So now you can see I've replaced it with a grommet. I got this little set for like £7 on eBay. I used the M15.88 size. Very snug. You have this little weird nipple effect. The window needs to be cleaned up a little bit and everything, but overall it's fine. So once you've actually removed the spoiler, you'll have some of the old double-sided tape here. You can remove it off, which I will, of course. Then use alcohol wipes or some kind of degreaser to remove the old one. So I've sellotaped up the edges. This is where the screws will actually go in on the corners. I just want to understand the measurements of it all, where it's all going to be in place. So what I think I will do is I will put a little nib of cream of some sort onto the spoiler, and I'll just press it against this area, and then I'll measure up using my micrometer to see if it's in the correct kind of position. So as you can see, I made kind of rough markings of where it's going to be. Obviously I don't know whether this is going to be the final position, but I want to try and get a micrometer to see where the middle points are and how far they have to go out, but should be okay. And then this is where the holes will be drilled for those sides. Then there is also in the middle here 2 holes. I'll think about doing them. So now I've been mocking up the position here for the holes, which come kind of pre-drilled on the spoiler. Now the problem is that at the moment I've got like a vertical line, not a horizontal placement for the holes. I'm gonna see about measuring somehow this. The problem is that there's a lot of curvature, and so it's kind of difficult to gauge where that is. Preferably like to get the gauge along this part of it, because this is where the lip that goes over this ledge. So if I can figure that out to the distance here, that'll be great, but we'll see. So now I've made like a little pilot hole using a really small drill bit. So I'll tell you this much, it's around 13 millimeters this way and about 6.7 from kind of the glass at the bottom. It's kind of rough estimates because it's kind of hard to find the area where references around the place. So that's kind of like the measurements that I did. So continuing to work on the spoiler, and I can tell you the fitment is freaking awful. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna have to cut it with a bigger hole on the more flat area of this boot, and That's all I can really do to push it down upwards a little bit, because if I try and close it shut, the spoiler, it's gonna snap the whole spoiler entirely. If I try and close the boot, it'll snap the whole spoiler. So I'm gonna have to move the holes up a little bit further. But these bolts, they're actually quite good fitment. I may have to drill a little bit deeper into the carbon fiber so that these bolts can go in a little bit deeper as well. So just to give you guys an idea, now it is on. So I've kind of gotten it to the center here. It's almost there, but to be honest, I can't move it any further, because on this side here, it's already touching off the light and it's already bending quite a fair bit. So you can see it there touching the light. Whereas over here, there's tons of space here, see? But it's not even centered. It's not even more to the right side. It's, you know, you'd have to push it more to the right to make it align with this part of it. You can see like here, there's like a big gap, and you can, like I said, fill it up a little bit better if you do some pilot holes for it. Whether I'm gonna do that or not, I don't know. So I ended up actually adding in a center bolt to the spoiler just to see if I could flex it down a little bit, maybe lifting the side with that's touching the light a little bit. It didn't, but at least it gives it a little extra rigidity. I'm gonna finish this whole thing off with Tiger Seal. I'm gonna put that on, and now here are actually the photos of how it looks like on the car.